Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Maryam Karimjafari, and this is part of my PhD work which was focused on continuous manufacture of cocrystal APIs using inline Raman spectroscopy as process analytical tool, and this work had been supervised by Dr. Denise Croker and Professor Gavin Walker at University of Limerick. In this study, ibuprofen as an active pharmaceutical ingredient with low solubility and high permeability have been selected, and also nicotinamide as a co-former. So we have used the 1-to-1 molar ratio of these two to form the co-crystal in hot melt extrusion as a continuous manufacturing process. And also we could successfully build a predictive model for co-crystallization yield at different chemometric levels. Also we have applied inline Raman spectroscopy as a process analytical technology to assure the quality and performance of the final product by real-time monitoring, and also we could achieve a better mechanistic understanding of co-crystal formation mechanism along the barrel. As you can see in the schematic of hot melt extrusion on the left side, it has different parts. We have motor to control all the process parameters. There is a feeder that we can feed the starting materials. Barrel consists of different heating elements, and also two specific pressure fittings were designed to insert two Raman probes simultaneously in order to have the inline measurement. And also based on the Raman spectra that we have shown here, the characteristic Raman spectra of the co-crystal, we could successfully show that in zone 1, 2 and 3 of the hot melt extruder there is no trace of co-crystal formation, but in zone 4 there is a partial formation of a starting material to the final product, and also in zone 5 we have the full transformation of target molecules to the IBU NIC co-crystal, which to the best of our knowledge no one has been reported this before. In order to build a model and for the feasibility study, we have compared two chemometrics, principal component regression and partial least square regression. As you can see in the table, the values related to the root mean square error and also the determination coefficient shows that PLS rendered better results. Also, we have prepared set of standard samples, and the Raman spectra of these samples can be shown in the left figure. So normally for building a model, we are looking for the minimum number of components that can explain more than 95% of the variance, and based on that PLS will gives us better results. So PLS considers also the variance in both input and output data, so we expected that PLS gives us better results, and also based on that PLS will be used in the evaluation of hot melt extrusion experiments at different levels of chemometrics for the rest of the experiment. Here is the result of modeling, and they are the two best models based on the partial least square regression that can predict co-crystallization yield in hot melt extrusion process. So if you compare the calibration dataset and validation dataset, we can say that by application of SNV, which is a standard normal variate, is a mathematical filtration to have a smoother spectra and better input for the model, and also SNV plus first derivative, we can say that we had the lowest value of the root mean square error and the highest value of the R square or determination coefficient, which is in the parentheses. So we can claim that the results suggest that both SNV and SNV plus first derivative PLS-based model are able to predict differences in terms of co-crystal yield up to 1%, and this is a very promising outcome concerning the feasibility of using inline Raman for monitoring co-crystallization processes by hot melt extrusion. So as a conclusion, we could successfully implement process analytical technology for monitoring co-crystallization in hot melt extrusion process, and also building a PLS-based model at different levels of chemometrics have been done. The two best models in terms of predictability were SNV and SNV plus first derivative. We could also study the co-crystal formation mechanism in different heating zones by inserting two Raman probes simultaneously. And also we proved that the combination of partial least square regression with inline Raman would be the promising non-invasive technique for real-time monitoring of co-crystal formation in hot melt extrusion. And this work has been published in International Journal of Pharmaceutics. Thanks for your attention.